gonna do a really quick room tour because we're gonna head out to get some food and then head off to get us badges and stuff. A beautiful view of houses. So this is my room. I get the double bed. We've got a full bathroom. We've got a kitchen. Oh my god. Feels nice to have a kitchen instead of a singular fridge, if not nothing. And we've got a balcony. Big TV. It's a bit windy and a bit rainy, so I don't think we'll be sitting out here. Very lit. But yeah, we're gonna pop off to get some food and then pop off to pick up us badges and go to the Pokemon Center because we actually managed to get a visit. Thumbs up. Why are they playing Rihanna? We're here once again. We're back for the 2025 European International Championship held in London once again. We've checked in, got us badges, and checked out the Pokemon Center, in which I didn't buy anything because the stuff I wanted, which was the exclusive stuff, was sold out. But we have been informed that they restock them like every day, so might have an opportunity to get it another day. We'll have to wait and see. So my brother, on the other hand, bought quite a lot of stuff. £265 worth of stuff, to be specific. The queue this time was better than last year. Our booking was at like 5 and we didn't get into almost 7 o'clock. Our booking this time was 5:30 and we didn't get until 6, so it was, you know, a little bit better. They seemed a bit more organised and all that kind of stuff. So for the competitor kit, this is the playmat. And I'm not going to lie, I don't really like it. It looks like a business card. I much prefer the one that we got last year, which featured all the ancient and future Pokemon on it, which I still use to this day. But, you know, I'll probably keep this around. I might frame it or something like that. I won't get rid of it, but I will, like, find a use for it. I'll probably frame it, or maybe I'll use it at some point. Who knows? We also got a deck box that I won't use. We've got a cap that I might actually use for, like, the summertime. I don't really have a cap for that time of the year. I've got a pin badge, which actually looks really nice. It's like embossed and like a bit of a 3D effect. The mask for this championship is Wellspring mask. I don't know why. Maybe it's because Europeans are always sad, or because it rains a lot in this country. The sleeves, which again I probably won't use, but they are very nice. I'm not sure how many are in it. It doesn't seem to say. I imagine there's like 60 or maybe like 65 to give you some extras. And then we have the promo, which is Buddy Poffin, which I might actually put in my side of my deck. Of course, I can't replace one of the 3 Dicky Frontignups. That's just a staple of the deck. It's always 1 Buddy Poffin and 3 Dicky Frontignusp. And then of course you have the badge itself, which for some reason has 2 clips on it this time instead of just 1. Nice lanyard with Ogerpon and all the different masks. Competitor is orange, and I believe spectator is green. Staff is red. There's a media pass which might be blue, I'm not entirely certain. Yeah, here's my brother's one, so yeah, spectator is green. I saw some staffs that were red, and I imagine like media is blue or something like that, I'm not entirely certain. And now on to what I'm going to be playing the event, which if you've watched the channel long enough, you already know what it is. And this time, we're actually double-sleeved Japan Pokemon Center Dreepy, Pidgey, and Charmander sleeves with Buddy Poffin. These came out at the same time that I think Journey Together came out, and they were released only in Japan, so I had to get them imported. And they arrived literally the day before we left, which is perfect timing. So the deck has gone through various changes, obviously with the release of Prismatic Evolution and Badoo being in the format. The main obvious one is we are now playing 4-4-3 instead of like 4-3-3. There's a little bit of glare, but I might be able to fix that in post, but you can like make out what it is. It's Dracloak. We have 4 Drippy, 4 Dracloak and 4 Dragapult, because now the format is a lot more reliant on supporter cards because of the do. The game is a lot slower, which means we can evolve into multiple of these, see some cards, and then evolve into our Pults, which is always good. It's nice having a mid-stage evolution that's actually useful. 2 Duskull, 1 Dusclops, and 2 Dusknoir. I've seen some lists playing 2 Dusclops, which makes sense, because then you could evolve like both of them and evolve one of them into Dusknoir. But I just like having the option of, you know, Dusknoir just in case your opponent doesn't use Badoo and you can rare candy into it and get off some big damage. But the option is always there. I've been thinking of cutting it down to, again, a 2-1-1, but I think a 2-1-2 is a lot better. Bit of a weird tech, Klefki, so if you get this off, it's actually really good, especially going first if it's your active against certain decks. They just can't play the game. Like against Miraidon, they can't use Tandem Unit. Against Raging Bolt, they can't Teal Mask Ogapon. Against Cloth, they just can't do literally anything, because all of their Pokemon are basic Pokemon. But it's like, if you can get it off on the first turn, it is really good, and it's also like decent for slowing down the game. Like if you go second, you could just leave it in the active, and then your opponent has to like bring something up, like waste a supporter or do something else. It is like pretty decent. And its attack is like okay, because it can discard a tool card. Harbinger of Death himself, Badoo. I made a video about this card. Zero energy attack, 0 retreat, item lock your opponent. It's absolutely ridiculous. Radiant Alakazam for moving around damage, Lumineon V and Fezandipity EX. No Rotom V, because Rotom V is just kind of not really worth playing anymore, because I would rather, you know, like attack with, I would rather use my like attack if I go second or something like that, and my board's a bit slow. I'd rather, instead of drawing free, I would rather item lock my opponent, basically. Like going first, it can help you, but like most of the time you kind of want to go second with this deck now, just because you have the opportunity to item lock with Badoo, which is always very useful, but it's just not really worth playing anymore. Supporters, for Arven, get any item card, get any tool card. Free Iono, shuffle a hand on the bottom of the deck and draw cards. It's pretty decent. And if you've Badooed for a couple of turns, you can shuffle your opponent's stuff back on the bottom of the deck. New addition, Lance. This guy says that you can search your deck for 3 dragon Pokemon and put them into your hand. So you can search for 3 Dracloaks or like 2 Dracloaks and a Dragapult. You can even search for 3 Dreepies if you're that desperate. But yeah, it's just because we get item locked because of Badoo. This just helps fix that, because you can just search out your main Pokemon. And then Crispin, Boss, and Turo, which are just generically good cards. Crispin for energy, Boss to bring up anything we want, and Turo to pick up anything from our bench to deny our opponent a knockout. And of course, 1 Buddy Buddy Poffin and 3 Ducky Front, because we have a lot of 70 HP and lower Pokemon. 3 Ultra Ball, so we can just grab anything we want from the deck. Only 2 Nest Ball. It's mainly just like there because it is, again, item lock, so like it's not really useful later on, and we're mainly going to use it for Fezandipity now instead of Rotom. 2 Rare Candy, because again, item lock, so we can't Rare Candy into Dragapult more efficiently now. We now have to evolve into Dracloak and then into Dragapult, but it's still useful for if we have the option or if we want to go into Dusknoir. 2 Counter Capture, because this deck is slow. Earthen Vessel for energy, Night Stretcher to get anything back from the discard, Switch for getting annoying Pokemon out of the active, like our own Klefki, because our own Klefki can stop our own abilities, so it's nice to get it out of the active, or if our opponent's playing something like Snorlax, we can easily avoid that. Lost Vacuum, because Jamming Tower is very annoying. Tools, Sealstone, so we can get anything we want. Rescue Ball, because everything in this deck is 1 retreat, except for Radiant Alakazam. And Crystal, because attacking for 260 damage for 1 energy is pretty good. Temple of Sinnoh, this is just to get rid of stuff like Jamming Tower, just to get rid of any stadium. And it's also good against Lugia, which is still around somehow. And then Free Fire and Free Psychic. Attacking with Radiant Alakazam is actually pretty funny, because you can just use Crispin, get a Psychic and a Fire, and attack if you've been Badooing for a while and your opponent's built up a pretty big hand. That is the list I am taking for the event. I feel a lot more confident with this list. I've tested quite a lot with this list, and this is also like a list that's been, this is like the basic bare bones type of list that like a lot of Japanese players were using around the time of Prismatic Evolution. It's also one that's been seen play in recent regionals and all that kind of stuff, so I do have confidence in this deck. It just depends on my matchups. Miraidon's a little bit annoying, though everything's kind of low HP, so you can, you know, get rid of stuff easily. Archelodon is actually like incredibly annoying. I absolutely hate that deck because you just attack them and then they bring it and then they pick it back up with Tura and then just put it back down and then they kill you. It's really annoying. They also play 4 jamming towers. Other than that, the mirror is pretty free. It's like whoever attacks first wins basically. Charizard's kind of free because you can just item lock them. Raging Bolt is free if you can get Klefki in. Gardevoir's a little bit annoying because they can play through Badoo, but I have confidence in the list. I've already submitted my deck list, so I could make changes, but I'm not going to. I might do a few test hands and test plays for the evening, but other than that, I'm just going to chill out and then head to bed and start the tournament. I don't know how many rounds it's going to be. I imagine it might be the maximum because I think there's like 5,000 competitors and I think the max amount of rounds it can be is 9, so that's going to be fun. Let's see how I do. Let's see if it's like every other event I've been to where I do really good and then it all comes crashing down. That's not even out yet. What?
Initial format.
I don't know. I forgot what I even said last time. More prepared than last time, I guess. No matchup spreads. Vaguely. There's 2 decks I just lose to, so hopefully nobody brings them. And hopefully I don't go up against them. I'm confident in the deck, I suppose. It's a good deck. It's supposed to be the best deck of the format, I guess. Yet to win an event. So that's a good thing. I don't know. I'm ready to go X free drop.
What's the result?
I lost.
No.
Round 2 win. It was Raging Bolt, which is like kind of free. Klefki just stops everything, which came in clutch both games. It was what, game 1, I got a pull off turn 2, and then just like stalled them out with Klefki for a bit, and then pulse game. Game 2, I opened Klefki and just sat on it, and they couldn't do anything. And I built up 2 Pults, and then again boss Ogapon for game, because Ogapon is just ping 1, and then you just bring it up later on, and it's just a free knockout. This is where most of their energy goes to, so they just lose damage from that, so fix it. Against Miraidon. Game 1, I just didn't see anything to scoop. Game 2, I managed to slow him down with Klefki, and then it was a very back and forth game. And I made a misplay of getting rid of 2 fire energies, and my 3rd one was on my Crystal Dragapult, so I literally couldn't phantom dive on the one, so I was just headbutting. And then I eventually tore up my Luminion because it's the only way I can take 3 prizes, and then I put it back down for boss. And then game 3 made me go first. I opened 1 Pokemon, nothing else, and then it stomped me. And that's a wrap, unfortunately. I only played 4 rounds today because I went 1 win and 3 losses. It was 19 points to make day 2, and even if I won it out would have been 1 point short. I could have played just for like the fun of it. I just didn't really see a point. Plus, my game 4 really annoyed me, which I'll get into in a moment. You may see the Ogre Pond map. My brother went back to the Pokemon Center because, you know, he managed to get a second visit despite all the stuff that went on with like booking an actual visit. And they still didn't have the Psyduck map, but they had some of these, so I just said, oh, I'll just get us one of these. It didn't really matter. So, there was nothing wrong with the list. I just drew really, really bad. I made like a little discussion after like each thing, but round 1 was a mirror, but it was Pult Charizard. They 2-0'd. Round 2 was Raging Bull. I 2-0'd pretty easily. Round 3 was Miraidon. We went into game 3. He made me go second. We made me go first. I had no other Pokemon except a Dreepy in the active, and then he just donked me with Raikou. And then round 4. Game 1, we both had 2 prizes left. I activated Recon Directive, and I accidentally saw the 3rd card of my deck, because you look at the top 2, and then you choose one, put it on the bottom of the deck. I accidentally saw 3 cards. So we got a judge call, and they gave a 2 prize penalty. So my opponent won, and I literally had game in my hand. I literally had all the cards I needed to play out and win that game. But because, I don't know, I guess the 3rd card just, like, I basically grabbed it like this, and then when I grabbed the second one, I'm guessing I grabbed it like underneath. That cost me the game, and then we went into game 2. I won that one, and then game 3, he won that one. So yeah, that kind of tilted me. I probably would have played on after that just for the fun of it, but like that just like kind of annoyed me. Easily fixable, like it literally wouldn't have changed anything about the state of the game because I was going to win that turn. I was literally going to win that turn. Because of a slip up, I lost the game. Like if I had something like Ultra Ball or like an Earthen Vessel or something that would randomize the deck, that wouldn't have mattered. Because I could literally just be like, oh, I'm going to Earthen Vessel, so my deck is now going to be randomized. So it literally wouldn't have mattered. But yeah, because of that, I lost a game that I should have won. Despite that, I still enjoyed myself. I still had fun. I'm not really sure how some of my friends did. I didn't really meet up with them. I think one of my friends, when his son, who was playing in the juniors, last I checked was 3 wins, 2 losses and a tie. I'm not sure how many points it was for juniors to make day 2. And another one of my friends was 3 wins, 3 losses, so he kept playing on despite not being able to make day 2. And then the other friend, I have no idea how they did. But in terms of like the venue itself and how it was compared to last year, it was a lot better. Like the connection issues were still really bad. Like the signal in the XL is really, really bad. So whenever pairings went up, because there's like 3,000 people trying to go on the same website at once, it would just crash. But they would have like a layout of sheets at the hive, as they call it, with like player names in alphabetical order, so you can just check there. You could also just go up to a judge and do all that kind of stuff. The layout of the venue was also a lot better. I'm pretty sure the layout last year, you have like the main corridor that goes towards the stage, and like this half was Masters and this half was also Masters, and then you had like the other ones ahead of it. But for this event, it was like this side is side events, juniors, Masters and VGC, and this side is TCG, Masters and Go. So it was a lot more laid out. It was laid out a lot better. They also had some like cool other things. They had like another stage where they were doing interviews with some of the illustrators who draw some of the cards. I don't think I have any in my deck to show off, but yeah, they have some of those up. They were interviewing, which they were clearly reading off a script. They also had a meet and greet with the person who runs Cerebi. I don't remember his name. I'll probably have a picture of it. Joe Merrick. My brother just shouted it out. Joe Merrick. There was a meet and greet with him, which is pretty cool. You could also do a signing with some of the artists, but it was like a raffle type of thing. Roll a die. If you roll a 6, you would get a wristband to go see them. If you didn't, then you would have to go join the back of the queue, which I think is a bit stupid, to be honest. Like, it's not even, it's basically a 1 in 6 chance. They should have done it like, oh, call heads or tails, you get it, and then you get a wristband. I think that would have been like more fair. I went to like one of the vendors and I bought a card. I bought this black Kyurem EX full art because I'm pretty sure there's a white Kyurem GX full art from the Sun and Moon era. so I want to get that as well, maybe because Gen 5 is my favourite gen, and Black and White 2 are my favourite games in general. We did do some of like the side activities, I guess. We got a photo and we got some stickers, some of which I have already used. So yeah, you could do like a guess the Pokemon thing where you like up against somebody else and like press the button, gotta guess the Pokemon, you can get these sticker sheets. And I've put mine on my deck box, which is very nice. But overall, I did enjoy the event. I would definitely go again wherever the next one's going to be held. We probably won't know until the end of the current season, so at the end of Worlds, which is in August, I think, or it might be no, it's not November. It's either August or September is when Worlds is, so we'll know around that time. Hopefully it's not in London again. I would like it to I would like to actually, you know, fly out of the country for once. I have a passport and I've only ever left the country once. In terms of like the game, I'm probably going to be taking a break for like a month until the new set is out and the new rotation is in effect. There isn't really a point playing this for like another couple of weeks and then we have a rotation, a completely new format. I would rather just wait and play a new format instead. I'll obviously still make videos, but I won't be like actually playing the game just for like a little while I wait. But final thoughts. I enjoyed the event. There's still like 2 days of the event left. We'll probably go back tomorrow. There's a shiny hunting event tomorrow, which I'm gonna take part in. I'm only bringing like 2 games. Maybe some of that in the video, and then on Sunday we'll probably go back to watch the finals. And then Monday is going home. But I'm not sure if this will be the end of the video. If it is, then thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. If it isn't the end of the video, then don't like, comment, and subscribe just yet. But yeah, I can't think of anything else much to say. If you have the opportunity to go to even a regional, not just an international championship, just a regional, I'd say do it. Even if you, well, if you're a spectator, I'd say go to a championship instead. But if you're a player and you can go, then do go. It is a very fun time and a very fun experience. But yeah, I'll stop waffling and I'll either let the end of the video play or I will continue with whatever there is left of this video. Thumbs up. Double thumbs up. Shiny Altaria or Absol, Shiny Blitzel.
What games?
Black and Black 2.